Hello everyone, welcome to the Assam at a Glance series. Today we will go through our Assam history in briefly, but covering almost all the important points which become important for your APSC interview point of view and also APSC examination prelims or mains point of view. So Kamrupa Kingdom, you can see the timeline here, 4th to 12th century. Then 12th to 13th century, we have this medieval Assam kingdoms, Komta Kingdom, Huya Chieftains, Ahom Kingdom, Sutia Kingdom, Kasari Kingdom. And later on, you can see that when it was annexed to Ahom Kingdom, this period is given. So, like Sutia Kingdom, this one, Kasari Kingdom. Similarly, Assam in the colonial period in the 1826. Okay, now let's begin or let's start today's session. Ahoms entered Assam, fully assimilated and ruled Assam for nearly 600 years. The period of Ahom rule is a glorious chapter in the history of Assam, and this Ahom dynasty was established by Sukapa. And who was Sukapa? He was a Shan prince of Mongmao who came to Assam after crossing the Patkai mountain. So remember, Sukapa was a Shan prince. He came from Mongmao. It is between 13th and 19th century that several tribal communities also came into the historical forefront of Assam. Kasaris, Sutias, and Kos were the prominent tribal groups that were found in the medieval times of Assam. The rule of this dynasty, this means Ahom dynasty, ended with the Burmese invasion of Assam, and that started from 1817. Don't forget. Okay, I hope you all know about Badan Chandra Borphukan, and we'll talk about this in an explanatory series that will be coming in this channel very soon. Okay, don't worry. Now, so Ahom dynasty ended with the Burmese invasion and the subsequent annexation by the British East India Company following the Treaty of Yandabu in 1826. So, British came to save Assam from the Burmese invasion, but obviously their own interest was also there because Assam is like a buffer state. Because Burmese, if they invaded Assam, then obviously there's a threat to British that they can also came to the Bengal portion also. So that's why the British came and defeated Burmese, and a treaty was signed known as famous Treaty of Yandabu in 1826. The British Emperor took the charge of the state and thus began the colonial era of Assam. Remember, first the Lower Assam, then Upper Assam. You can see in this picture clearly that this is the Ahom kingdom. This west side, you have Kos kingdom. Then in the south side, or you can say southwest side, Jaintia, then Kasari, Manipur. So these are the different kingdoms. Now, Assam lost much of its territory to new states that emerged from within its borders. Initially, Assam was a very big state, right? We talk about Borohom, right? But after that, what happened? All the states, several states actually formed their own states, and some was being annexed by British, like Kasar. Kasar was annexed by British in the year 1832, then Jaintia Hills in 1835. Then in 1874, this is very important. In 1874, what happened? Assam became a separate province with Shillong as its capital. So remember, there may be a question like, when did Assam become a separate province? So it was in 1874. And at that time, Shillong was its Assam's capital. Sylhet was merged with East Bengal on partition of India. Initially, Sylhet was a part of Assam also, but after independence, what happened? This Sylhet was ceded to Pakistan. Pakistan means East Pakistan, and later that became Bangladesh. However, like all other states of India, Assam was also involved in various freedom movements. In fact, this part of India highly or devotedly involved in the freedom movement. We have made many freedom fighters, and those we have also the example of those martyrs who gave their life for fighting for the freedom of India. right? With the enthusiastic participation of many courageous activities in Assam, Assam became a constituent state of India in 1950, 26 January 1950, remember. It saw a further reduction. So in 26 January 1950, Assam became a constituent state of India. Because our the constituent being enacted, or you can say been came into enforced from 26 January 1950. And although it was signed in November, it was came into active mode, or you can say it was enacted in 1950. So constituent state, as Assam became a constituent state in the 26 January 1950. Then it means Assam also saw a further reduction of its area when Devangiri in North Kamrupa was ceded to Bhutan in 1951. Remember, Devangiri initially was a part of North Kamrupa, right? But it became a part of Bhutan in 1951. Then again, capital of Assam, which was formerly Shillong, being shifted to Dispur, a suburb of Guwahati in 1972. So now, after 1972, that is 1973 onwards, Dispur became the capital of Assam. The states of Meghalaya, Nagaland, Arunachal Pradesh, Mizoram got their own separate state. Initially, they were part of Assam. So you can see those states who initially were a part of Assam, the border disputes is very obvious with those states. Then history of Assam has passed several stages of development to reach our present state. We can divide Assam history into 4 eras. First, ancient era that began in the 4th century with the mention of Kamrupa in Allahabad pillar inscription of Samudragupta and the establishment of the Kamrupa kingdom. So that was the ancient era. From 4th century onwards, first mentioned in the Allahabad pillar inscription of Samudragupta. Then medieval era began with the attacks from the Bengal Sultanate. And the first one was Bakhtiar Khilji, who actually tried to came and invade Assam in the year 1206. And where we find the mention of the same, and it was Kanai Borokhibua rock inscription, where it was mentioned that Bakhtiar Khilji came to invade Assam in 1206, but in fact he was defeated. After the breakup of the ancient kingdom and the sprouting of the medieval kingdoms and chieftainships in its place, the colonial era, means after ancient and medieval, we have colonial era, and that started after the Treaty of Rendezvous in 1826. Then post-colonial era from 1947 after the independence of India. So we got 4 era, ancient era, right? 4th century onwards, medieval era, 13th century onward, then colonial era from 1826, or you can say 19th century onwards, then post-colonial era after 1947, that is 20th century. Okay, let's come to the post-colonial era. The first governor of independent Assam was Sir Muhammad Saleh Akbar Haidari. So Haidari Sir was the first governor of independent Assam, and we all know that our first chief minister was Gopinath Bordoloi, and it was the era or chief ministership of Gopinath Bordoloi Assam witnessed the foundation laid of Guwahati University in 1948, Guwahati High Court in 1948, and Guwahati Station of All India Radio. But when Gopinath Bordoloi passed away in 1950, then Vishnuram Medhi took over the next chief minister, second chief minister, and during his tenure from 1950 to 1957, first 5-year plan was started. Panchayat system of governance was introduced, and agricultural sector got more important. So very important question. Panchayat system was introduced in the tenure of whom? Vishnuram Medhi, or also a question like first 5-year plan was started in Assam during the tenure of Vishnuram Medhi. Then Bimala Prasad Soliha was the third chief minister from 1957 to 70. Then 1958 is the 66th session of Congress, and that was held at Jalukbari in Guwahati. And our Saraighat Bridge, the old one, was constructed over Brahmaputra River in 1965. An oil refinery was established at Nunmati in 1962. And during his time means during Bimala Prasad Chaliha's chief ministership. So we have seen Saraighat and Nunmati oil refinery were established during the chief ministership of Bimala Prasad Chaliha. In 1959 to 60, the famous language revolt took place in Assam. And as a result, Assam became the Assamese became the official language of the state, and Bengali also enjoyed the same status in Kasar district of Barak Valley. Then Mohendra Mohan Chaudhary, he assumed the mantle of chief minister in 1970, and the foundation of Bongaigaon Petrochemicals paper mill at Jogighupa and jute factory at Silghat in Nagaon were laid in his tenure. In 1972, Sharat Chandra Sinha came to the power after Congress secured absolute majority. And in 1974, Assam, our capital, was finally shifted to Dispur in Guwahati. But remember, it was during the tenure of Sharat Chandra Sinha, or you can say 1972, finally we have decided that we are going to shift from Shillong to Dispur. And 1973 onwards, actually, we started our administrative work from Dispur. So this is, don't confuse, okay? Then Assam movement, we all know about it. And the duration of Assam movement was 1979 to 1985. So Assam movement, 1979 to 1985, was a popular movement against illegal immigrants in Assam. The movement led by all Assam student unions, that is ASU, and the All Assam Gana Sangram Parishad. Remember, All Assam Gana Sangram Parishad. Gana Sangram Parishad means AAGSP. They developed a program of protest and demonstration to compel the Indian government to identify and expel illegal, that is mostly are actually Bangladeshis, immigrants, and protect and provide constitutional, legislative, and administrative safeguards to the indigenous Assamese people. So that was the main motive of Assam movement 1979 to 1985. The agitation programs were largely non-violent, but you know, the Nelly massacre, that was a case of extreme violence. The agitation program ended in August 1985 following the Assam Accord. And this Assam Accord was signed by the leaders of ASU and Ahom, or you can say Assam Gana Sangram Parishad and the government of India. So in 15 August 1985, we had our Assam Accord. This Assam Accord 1985 was a memorandum of settlement. Remember, this was a memorandum of settlement, that is MOS, signed between the representative of government of India and the leaders of Assam movements, that is ASU and AAGSP, in New Delhi on 15 August 1985. And this duration, that is 1979 to 1985, that is a 6-year agitation demanding the identification and deportation of illegal immigrants, was launched by ASU in 1979. And it culminated with the signing of Assam Accord. And later what happened, we all know. We have gone through different protests about NRC. Well, we'll discuss about that later on. Then 6th schedule of Assam Accord, that is also very important. The means, you can say, how we can define the Assamese people and how to constitutionally provide safeguard to the Assamese language. These are the main motive of Assam Accord. Now, Assam today has an area of 78,438 kilometers square, and it consists of 35 districts and is credited to be the most populous state in the entire Northeast India. Well, with this, I am going to end today's session. I hope that these points, what I discussed today, that we all Assamese should know, we should keep in our mind about them, and this will also help to crack different Assam government exams. Okay, in fact, today's you can see questions on Assam are frequently asked in UPSC conducted exams also. Anyway, don't worry, we'll bring many more sessions on Assam, or you can say Assam at a glance series. So till then, take care and bye bye. And we'll meet in the next session. Bye bye. Good night.